Let's talk about this whole Courtney, Phoebe, Chad, and Mackenzie situation. You guys, what is going on? If Phoebe had to kiss a cockroach to stay in that villa, Phoebe would kiss that cockroach. She will make out with that cockroach to stay in that villa. She's doing the most. I don't want him. She's giving him ultimatums. Then she runs back to him. She's like, oh, I'm done. Then she runs back to him. Then I'm like, Courtney, like I love your job, love your job. No do, Maya, no gaya from. Hey everyone, I'm your host Mayoko. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing Love Island USA season 4 episode 28. Let's get straight into the video. This episode was so boring. So boring. Like they could have at least fit the recoupling, at least given us something. You guys, this episode was so boring. I was literally just looking at my screen like the whole thing. Even the heartbeat race challenge, I can't lie. At first it started off really nice, but then when the boys went, I wasn't interested. Who do I think did the best? I think Zeta did the best for girls. And honestly, in as much as I don't care for Phoebe at all, I think Phoebe did her thing, okay? Phoebe looked really, really good. Actually, everybody looked good, but who did best in terms of like dances and stuff? Phoebe and Zeta. Actually, Sydney did good too. Phoebe, Sydney, and Zeta. Courtney looks too awkward for me. I don't know what Courtney was doing. But Courtney is going through it this episode. And honestly, I think even yesterday, Courtney was going through it as well. Her and Chad. Anyway, I'll get to that. Let me tell you guys who raised whose heartbeat. Sydney raised Jesse's heartbeat. Phoebe raised Chad's heartbeat. Sydney raised Isaiah. Mackenzie raised Jeff. Courtney raised Joel. And Zeta raised Timmy. And then for the guys, let me see, I wrote it down, you guys. I'm like looking at my screen. Timmy raised Zeta's. Jesse raised Deb. Isaiah raised Sydney's. Timmy raised Phoebe's. And then Isaiah raised Naja's. And Chad raised Mackenzie's, and Joel raised, who did Joel? Courtney. Joel raised Courtney. You guys, I'm so sorry. I had to like bend my head because my laptop is like in the corner. My whole setup right now is crazy, but that's who raised whose heartbeat. Who was I shocked about? I was kind of shocked that, who was I shocked for? No one, honestly. I don't know. Who were you guys surprised by? Anyone? I mean, I feel like this heartbeat challenge is so like, sometimes it's not because you like the person that your heartbeat goes up. It depends on what the person does. So like if somebody comes out and like they're doing the most, even though like that's not the person I'm currently coupled up with, my heartbeat might shoot up because it's like, wait, who's this person? What they doing? Why? So I just feel like it's not a matter of oh, my heartbeat went up because yeah, I like the person. No. But even I think for Deb and Jesse, I'm beginning to really love their relationship. Like you can tell like it's a lot of like banter and like jokes and everything. So Deb is like, I knew you always liked redheads, because Jesse's heartbeat went up for Sydney. And then Jesse was like, nah, I don't. But then she was like, I'm just joking. And then Naja and Jeff have a conversation because their heartbeats went up for different people, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, I really want you, I'm falling for you, don't let this be a thing that determines Let me tell you guys something. Jeff is falling hard for Naja, and you know, at first I was like, is Naja genuine? But I think she's kind of falling for him too. And if she's playing and joking around and she doesn't really like Jeff, then she's doing a beautiful acting job. Because I'm starting to think she really likes this Jeff boy. Like, I think she really is starting to like Jeff. Now, let's talk about this whole Courtney, Phoebe, Chad, and Mackenzie situation. You guys, what is going on? Because it's too much. Honestly, Chad doesn't like Courtney. Courtney needs to stop. But I think Courtney at this point is just, you know, playing the game because she wants to stay. And I understand because... But then again, I'm confused because the way Courtney is really talking to Chad, I think she might have fallen for Chad. But Chad is not checking for Courtney, you guys. Like, you could tell his body language. You could tell that man doesn't really care for Courtney. So I'm just trying to see, like, even for Phoebe, y'all know my opinion on Phoebe. I do not care for that girl one bit. And even the producer said it. Like, Phoebe, the producer said something along the lines of, Phoebe has a whole speech of why she wants to stay in the villa. Even the producer knows, like, Phoebe is doing too much. Not the producer, sorry, the narrator. Phoebe is doing too much. Phoebe wants to stay in that villa so bad. If Phoebe had to kiss a cockroach to stay in that villa, Phoebe would kiss that cockroach. She will make out with that cockroach to stay in that villa. She's doing the most. And I understand. But, like, calm down, Phoebe. Like, you want to be on that island so bad, don't you? I just don't know. But anyway, Phoebe's talking to Chad, you know, kissing him, you know, telling him why she should stay, or she's talking about their connection. Who knows what she's doing? I don't know. I don't listen. When Phoebe starts talking, you guys, I can't, like, I tune out, because Phoebe just is always talking and chatting stuff that really irritates me. So I'm like, I'm not even listening. Mackenzie wants to get to know Chad. Phoebe wants to get to know Chad. Courtney wants to get to know Chad. But the only thing that is confusing me between this Courtney and Chad situation is, at one point, Courtney's like, oh, yeah, no, if he doesn't want me, I don't want him. And then on another side, she's like, hey, Chad, like, hey. So it's like, Courtney, what do you want? I don't know. Courtney is kind of confusing me, but I think she doesn't, I don't know if she really likes Chad. You guys, I'm just... Tell me what you guys think, because on one hand, Courtney is like, oh, yeah, no, if he doesn't want me, I don't want him. She's giving him ultimatums, Then she runs back to him. She's like, oh, I'm done. Then she runs back to him. Then I'm like, Courtney, like, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is going on between this Courtney and Chad specifically? Phoebe, I don't think, likes Chad. I think Phoebe just wants to stay in the villa. Then Mackenzie claims she likes Chad. During the challenge, you know, Chad was doing his little thing. He wasn't even doing, like, the striptease. He was kind of, like, dancing and making fun of it. And then Mackenzie's like, yeah, this is the kind of guy I like, you know, somebody that could joke. And so let's see what happens. And there's Joel. Courtney's telling Joel that she wants to get to know him. His heart rate went up for Courtney, and then Courtney's heart rate went up for him. But he tells Isaiah that Phoebe was his second choice after Bella. But you guys, as we know, Bella has left the villa, so Phoebe is currently his first choice. So I don't know what's going to happen between him and Courtney, because Courtney's like, yeah, I want to get to know you. He's like, yeah, I want to get to know you too. But you could tell he doesn't really care for Courtney. It shows. So who do you guys think Joel is going to pick? Do you guys think he's going to save Mackenzie? Actually, not Mackenzie. Do you guys think he's going to save Phoebe or Sydney? I don't know. Honestly, Chad not picking Courtney, he's fumbling the bag. But guess what? At the end of the day, it's like, some people really go on Love Island for love. Do I think Chad is there for love? I don't know. But if he really wanted to go all the way to the end, he could have stuck with Courtney. But I guess, you know, that's not his feelings. So he gotta do what he gotta do. But boy, wake up and smell the coffee, because that's not how Love Island works. But anyway, let me stop. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, thank you so much for coming back. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.